From a cluster of huts on the banks of the Tiber to the sprawling dominion that ruled 3 continents, the story of Rome is not just about conquests. It is about resilience, invention, betrayal, and transformation. Today, we explore, in detail, how the Roman Empire happened. We'll walk through its pivotal years, its greatest battles, its technological innovations, and even the voices of those it conquered. According to legend, Rome was founded in 753 BCE by Romulus after he killed his twin, Remus. Yet archaeology shows settlements on the Palatine Hill centuries before. Early Rome was influenced by the Etruscans. They introduced the arch, gladiatorial games, and even the purple garments that became a Roman symbol of power. The Romans borrowed, but also adapted. They learned Etruscan engineering and Greek philosophy, and forged their own path. In 509 BCE, the people rose against King Tarquin the Proud, creating the Roman Republic, a revolutionary system where senators and magistrates shared power. For the first time, Rome was a state run by citizens, not a king. The Republic fought endless wars in Italy. Against the Samnites, they mastered mountain warfare. Against the Latins, they proved their loyalty was bought with citizenship and alliances. By 272 BCE, after defeating Pyrrhus of Epirus, a Greek king who brought war elephants to Italy, Rome controlled the whole peninsula. 2 Roman military inventions became decisive. The gladius, a short stabbing sword perfect for close combat. The pilum, a heavy throwing spear designed to bend on impact, making enemy shields useless. These weapons, combined with the flexible manipular legion, gave Rome unmatched battlefield power. Rome's first global test came against Carthage, a maritime empire controlling North Africa, Spain, and Sicily. First Punic War, 264 to 241 BCE, Rome, with no naval experience, built a fleet equipped with the Corvus, a boarding bridge that turned sea battles into infantry fights. Rome won Sicily, its first overseas province. Second Punic War, 218 to 201 BCE. Hannibal shocked the world by marching war elephants across the Alps. In 216 BCE, at the Battle of Cannae, Hannibal annihilated nearly 50,000 Romans in a single day, a massacre still studied in military academies. Yet, Rome endured. General Scipio Africanus adopted Hannibal's tactics and defeated him at Zama in 202 BCE. Third Punic War, 149 to 146 BCE. Rome besieged and destroyed Carthage, enslaving its people. Legend says they salted the earth so nothing would grow. By 146 BCE, Rome controlled the western Mediterranean, and the Greek world soon after. With Greece and Macedonia absorbed, Rome gained philosophy, art, and slaves. The conquered often felt both awe and resentment. Greek scholars like Polybius admired Roman discipline, while peasants groaned under Roman taxation. But expansion brought internal strife. 133 BCE, Tiberius Gracchus was murdered for proposing land reform. 88 BCE, the general Sulla marched on Rome itself, setting a precedent of using legions for political power. 73 BCE, Spartacus, a Thracian gladiator, led a massive slave revolt. Though crushed in 71 BCE, it exposed the cruelty felt by the oppressed. 60 BCE, Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus formed the first triumvirate. 49 BCE, Caesar crossed the Rubicon, declaring civil war. His victory reshaped Rome, and in 44 BCE, when he was assassinated by senators shouting, "Sic semper tyrannis," the Republic was beyond saving. In 31 BCE, Octavian defeated Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium, securing unrivaled power. By 27 BCE, he was named Augustus, Rome's first emperor. Augustus expanded Rome into Egypt and Hispania, reformed taxation, and created the Praetorian Guard. To conquered peoples, Augustus was both liberator and oppressor. In Judea, resentment simmered under Roman governors, while in Gaul, Roman roads and cities brought prosperity and cultural assimilation. This was the age of peace, but also of conquest. 43 CE, Emperor Claudius invaded Britain. The native Britons, led by Boudicca in 60 CE, revolted. Her forces destroyed Roman cities before being crushed. 66 to 73 CE, in Judea, Jewish rebels fought the Romans. The siege of Masada, 73 CE, ended with mass suicide rather than surrender. 9 CE, the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. 3 Roman legions were ambushed and wiped out by Germanic tribes under Arminius. Rome never fully conquered Germania. Rome's strength lay not only in conquest, but in invention. The ballista and onager, powerful siege weapons. Aqueducts that carried clean water for miles. Roman concrete, which built the Colosseum, 80 CE, and Pantheon, 126 CE. And roads, 250,000 miles of them, enabling trade, armies, and cultural integration. At its peak under Trajan, 98 to 117 CE, Rome stretched from Britain to Mesopotamia, ruling 60 million people. Crisis and division, 180 to 284 CE. After Marcus Aurelius died in 180 CE, Rome entered decline. His son Commodus took the throne, a ruler more interested in spectacle than governance. Ancient historians describe him fighting in the Colosseum dressed as a gladiator, humiliating the dignity of the empire. If you've seen the movie Gladiator, this is the exact period it depicts. While the character of General Maximus is fictional, the film captures the real tension of the time. A wise philosopher king replaced by a corrupt son, the Senate sidelined, and the Roman people disillusioned. The grandeur of Rome was still visible in its monuments, but behind the scenes, political rot was setting in. Between 235 and 284 CE, things spiraled into the crisis of the 3rd century. Foreign invasions, economic collapse, and over 26 emperors in 50 years, many assassinated. Rome was still powerful, but no longer invincible. While emperors fought wars, a new faith grew. Around 30 CE, Jesus of Nazareth was crucified under Roman rule. By the 2nd century, Christians were persecuted, burned, or fed to lions. Yet roads, urban networks, and the common Latin language spread the faith faster. In 313 CE, Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, ending persecution. In 325 CE, the Council of Nicaea unified Christian doctrine. By 380 CE, Emperor Theodosius made Christianity the empire's official religion. For conquered peoples, this meant Rome was no longer just a political master. It now ruled their souls. In 395 CE, the empire split, east in Constantinople, west in Rome and Ravenna. The east thrived, the west weakened. 410 CE, Alaric and the Visigoths sacked Rome. Shockwaves spread, the Eternal City had fallen. 451 CE, Attila the Hun invaded, but was stopped at the Battle of the Catalonian Plains by a coalition of Romans and Visigoths. 455 CE, the Vandals plundered Rome again. Finally, in 476 CE, Romulus Augustulus, the last emperor of the West, was deposed by the Germanic general Odoacer. For the people of Italy, Rome was gone, but many had long seen their rulers as distant overlords rather than saviors. The Eastern Empire, Byzantium, carried Roman traditions for another 1,000 years, but in the West, the fall of Rome reshaped Europe. Roman law became the blueprint for justice. Roman engineering, arches, domes, aqueducts, inspired the Renaissance. Latin evolved into Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Romanian. For the conquered, Rome was a paradox. It brought both oppression and opportunity, destruction and civilization. The Roman Empire happened not in a single moment, but through centuries of battles, inventions, and struggles between rulers and ruled. Its echoes remain in our languages, our laws, our cities, and our very idea of what an empire is.